Hey everybody, some dude with Texas here. Welcome back. If you're new to the channel, hey, thanks for stopping by. On this episode, I got a big old stack of cassette tapes to share with you, mainly some good old traditional heavy metal, so stay tuned. All right, so I don't know what happened, but this week, man, there was a storm front that came through my town, and I tell you, man, I don't know what it brought with it, but it is wreaking havoc on my allergies. So my apologies. That's why I'm sounding a little froggy today. But it was funny. As somebody at work asked me, he said, "Man, you sound a little different." I was like, "Yeah, allergies." And they were like, "Well, you kind of got a John Wayne thing going on there." And I was like, "Whoa, take her easy there, Pilgrim." But anyway, hey, y'all didn't come here to see me impersonate John Wayne, so let's get started. All right, like I said, man, I got a big stack of tapes to share with y'all. We'll get started with a classic. This is Dio's second album with the almighty Black Sabbath, Mob Rules. Man, I've got some buddies that will just swear that this is the best Black Sabbath album, man. They'll put it above any, classic ones with Ozzy. I mean, I have to agree it's awesome, but I don't know if I'd go that far, right? But actually, I don't have this on vinyl or on tape, so came across it at my local shop. Pretty cheap, it's in good shape, so I picked it up. Mob Rules. All right, next one. Speaking of Black Sabbath and Ozzy. All right, this was Ozzy's first one with Zach Wild, right? That's right. No Rest for the Wicked. Man, I know a lot of people, they don't like Zach Wild. They kind of think he's, a one trick pony, can't really do that much. But yeah, I beg to differ, man. He is an amazing, talented guitar player, man. He's one of my big influences on my guitar playing. Love him. And this is the album that introduced me to him. I remember hearing this back in '88, and I think the first song I heard was Crazy Babies. And it's that heavy riff and him doing that squill, man. When I heard that, that just blew me away. I remember sitting in my bedroom trying to figure it out. Eventually I did. But just great album, man. Bloodbath in Paradise, Miracle Man, that was a cool video. And then Fire and Sky, a little more low key but killer song. And I think my favorite on here's got to be Crazy Babies. Just awesome. And then Breaking All the Rules as well. But killer album. I had it on vinyl, and I came across it on tape. Once again, good price, so I grabbed it. But Ozzy's No Rest for the Wicked. All right, next one here. This band, I think a lot of times they're especially their newer stuff, but they're labeled thrash. But I think this one, man, I would just call it just good, heavy, traditional metal. But that's Metal Church, self-titled. Killer album, man. I would say my favorite song on here would be the title track, Metal Church. It's on side one, second song. But man, the thing that really sticks out with me on this is the vocals, man. Just that real high range melodic sound, and it's funny, man. I was thinking, I remember back in the day when I was younger, that was kind of the style that I liked. Of course, Judas Priest, and then later on listening to Fate's Warning, Queensryche. I was really into that style. But then when I got like about 17, 18, I started really diving into the heavy stuff, Sepultura, the death metal, Carcass, Cannibal Corpse, Suffocation. So during that time, man, I was like, man, I don't like that melodic, that high range. I was like, yeah, I don't like that stuff, it's hair band stuff, whatever. But as I'm getting older, I'm swinging back around, and I'm really appreciate that, especially hearing some of these newer bands coming out. They're tagged, what are they, the traditional new wave of heavy metal, whatever. Some of these bands, these guys are coming out and they're hitting those higher ranges, getting that melodic sound, and it's cool, man. I think it really adds to the music, right? You got that good kind of melodic heavy metal guitar going, and then just you got the singer just belting out those high notes. It's awesome. But this is a good example of it, man. I love this tape. It's awesome, man. But it's a Metal Church, self-titled. All right, next one. We're gonna kind of go along that same kind of vibe, right? But when I first heard of this band, they had already kind of gotten away from their newer stuff, right? Or their older stuff. They were more kind of getting into the concept albums and was doing kind of more, neoclassical Ingve type stuff. I'm not saying that ain't good stuff, but that just wasn't, resonating, just wasn't catching my attention back then. But so lately I was just like, going around. I was like, yeah, let me check them out. And I've gone back and listened to earlier stuff. But anyway, enough rambling. But that's Sabotage. And this one's Power of the Night. Cool cover too, man. I really like this one, man. I think, I haven't gone through and listened to all their catalog, but so far this one is got to be my favorite one. Just cool, heavy, guitar riffs, metal, killer solos, of course. Like I said, this is before they went into, a couple of the guys, as most of y'all know, they did the Trans-Siberia Orchestra. So before they went that direction, just good heavy metal. And vocals, man, there's some times when he kind of reminds me a little bit of, Kevin DeBrow, of Quiet Riot. And maybe a little bit of Blackie Lawless. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just getting old and hearing things. But just cool, man. Killer stuff. That's Sabotage, Power of the Night. And then followed up with their Hall of the Mountain King, man. Same vibe. Just good, heavy, old school metal, man. Dig it. Really digging Sabotage. All right. Next band here. I think I might have heard them, but I think I've just kind of got them confused with Sabotage, right? But that was Sanctuary. I think I vaguely remember seeing some of their stuff back in the day. But like I said, I must have just kind of thought they were the same as Sabotage or was Sabotage. But don't know a whole lot about them, man. I came across this one, picked it up, and I've been listening to it, and I like it, man. Once again, melodic singing, good kind of technical, just heavy metal guitar riffs and stuff. But definitely going to dig into their catalog and see what else they got. But that's Sanctuary's Into the Mirror Black. All right, next one, this classic here, No Prayer for the Dying. That's right, Iron Maiden, man. Have y'all ever had one of those bands? I'm sure I have, but that you just, they were real popular, real big, but never understood it, right? Never got it, never saw what the big, uproar was about the band. Well, for me, it was Iron Maiden. Back in the day when I was, 14, 15, 16 years old, I didn't understand it. I thought, everything sounds the same, which is kind of funny, right? Because my favorite band is AC/DC of all times, right? And what does everybody say about them? Oh, every song, every album sounds the same. Well, that's how I felt about Maiden. I'd seen, some of their videos and stuff like that, Run of the Hills, Aces High, and I just didn't do it, right? But as I got older, man, I had a real good buddy that I've known for years. He's in a Iron Maiden tribute band. And we were also in another band together, and we would do shows, with the Maiden tribute band. And so as we were doing that, I really started kind of seeing, and understanding what the big deal was about Maiden. And of course, started digging back into the catalog and listening to it, and even going and seeing them back in 2010. But that's when it really hit me, man. Seeing them live, man. Their live shows are just phenomenal, man. All the theatrics and just everything that they put into it, man. Even the energy, man. At this age now, they're still just up there kicking ass, man, running around all over the stage and just awesome, man. Just mad respect for this band. And like I said, I now get it. I don't know why I didn't back when I was 15, 16 years old, but I'm glad now, man. And I'm really enjoying going back and listening to their catalogs. And they're still just putting out killer albums as well. But once again, man, it's Iron Maiden. No Prayer for the Dying. All right, well, that wraps it up for this episode. And I've got more tapes coming. I've got another, decent stack of some thrash metal, some old school thrash metal I'm going to share with y'all. So that should be on the next episode. But once again, man, I appreciate y'all stopping by and watching. And until next time, y'all take care.